The next one comes out on December 8th, and this is a cozy mystery, and I just love cozy mystery titles. Some of them are just so great puns. So great puns. Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my December 2018 anticipated reads. I love doing these videos every month, and I love telling you guys all about the books that I am super excited about that are coming out in the next month. I was looking at my list on Amazon. If you're new to my channel, I do keep lists on Amazon, wish lists, of the books that are coming out in the months that are coming. And I do have them broken down by month, just so it makes it a little bit easier when I'm compiling these lists together to do these videos for you guys. Plus, it's nice for me to be able to see if there's anything that I want to pre-order. So anyway, I noticed that December seemed to be a quiet month. It looks like there's not a lot of books traditionally published during the month of December. And maybe it's because the big holiday push comes in, October and November, and then by December it kind of fizzles out, and, I guess they figure that by December you will have probably already done a lot of your Christmas purchasing. So yeah, but there are 5 books on this list that I want to tell you guys about, so let's jump in and get started. These are in order of release date. So the first one coming out on December 4th is one that I just found the other day when I was perusing through Amazon, and that is My Favorite Half-Night Stand by Christina Lauren. This is a contemporary romance novel. I am a new fan of Christina Lauren. I read Dating You, Hating You about a month or so ago, and I really, really enjoyed it. And this one is about a woman who needs a date for a wedding, and she ends up going with one of her male friends, and I guess they end up having a half night together, as the title suggests, and then the story goes from there. Your atypical kind of romance novel, cliche, tropey kind of thing, but it's Christina Lauren, so you know it's going to be great. And what I loved, what really sucked me in, was this opening little paragraph here that I just want to read for you. Millie Morse has always been one of the guys, a UC Santa Barbara professor. She's a female serial killer expert who's quick with a joke and terrible at getting personal. She, just like her 4 best guy friends and fellow professors, is perma-single. The whole serial killer expert thing just totally drew me in, and I'm like, I must know more about this character. So this one sounds really good, and I'm very much looking forward to it. The next one, also coming out December 4th, is Before We Were Strangers by Brenda Novak. This is a mystery thriller. Brenda Novak is a favorite author of mine. She writes some fantastic contemporary romance. I absolutely recommend the Whiskey Creek series if you have not read that one. It's a great small town romance series. But she also does really, really good romantic suspense, mystery thriller type stories. And this looks like it's going to be a great mystery thriller. I don't want to tell you guys too much about this book because I know a lot of people like to go into books blind, especially mystery thrillers. Because sometimes the back of the book can give a little bit more away. It really doesn't bother me either way, but for you guys, I'm just going to read you just a little tiny, quick little blurb off the back here. And it says, something happened to her mother that night. Something no one wants to talk about, but she's determined to uncover her family's dark secrets, even if they bury her. This one looks really good. Again, it's Brenda Novak. As soon as I saw that this one was coming out, I immediately added it to my list. The next one comes out on December 8th, and it is a cozy mystery. I just adore the titles for a lot of cozy mysteries. They're so puntastic, if you will. And this one is Catch Me If Yukon, and it's by Maddy Hunter. This is book number 12 in the Passport to Peril series. Now, this is a cozy mystery series that I am not familiar with. This is the first time I've heard about it, but it sounds like a lot of fun. Most cozy mysteries are kind of set around not only a single character as your amateur sleuth, but around a small town generally, most times. This one is actually set all over the world. And our main character in this series, she runs like a globe-trotting expedition kind of business. So each book takes place in a different location all over the world. And I just think that is so much fun. So this one obviously takes place in the Yukon in Alaska. And she takes a group of senior citizens, which already I'm giggling about, even though it's a murder, and I shouldn't giggle about a murder, but still. A lot of these are fun. They're not your typical mystery thriller. They do have that lighter element to them. And so she takes this group of senior citizens to Alaska, and one of them ends up dead on the trail, and she blames herself, and then she finds out something nefarious is afoot. I'm really interested in reading this one. I really would like to start this series because it does look like it would just be a lot of fun, like a really different kind of a cozy mystery. And yeah, so even though I haven't read any of these ones yet, I'm going to throw this one out as a recommendation if you are a fan of cozy mysteries. The next book comes out on December 31st, and this is by an author that I have not read in a while. And I really did enjoy her work back when I was reading it. I think my mom was reading a lot of her stuff, and I was picking it up as well because, you know, the books would kind of be around the house. But this is her new release, and it really does look interesting. And it comes out December 31st, and it's called The Boy, and it's by Tami Hoag. I think that's Hoag, I think is how you say her last name. I apologize. This is another mystery thriller, so there's not too much that I want to say about it. But from what I understand, it's about a young boy who's killed, and his mother becomes both the victim and the accused. So it sounds really good. Again, I am familiar with this author's work. She does some great stuff now. It's been a number of years since I've read her, so I can't comment too much on her newer releases, but this is one I am definitely adding to my wish list that I would for sure like to pick up and hopefully read sometime next year. And the last book I want to tell you about also comes out on December 31st, and this one, it sounds like so much fun. I happened upon it on Amazon. I was kind of scrolling through the new releases, and this cover absolutely appealed to me. And when I read what it was about, I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. So this book is called On the Same Page by N.D. Galland. This is an author I am not familiar with. I don't know if it's his or her first novel or what have you. This is being labeled as a romantic fiction, or a women's fiction, excuse me, or a chick lit, or whatever you want to call it. And essentially this is the story, this sounds like so much fun, it's a story about a woman who grew up on Martha's Vineyard. And she left the island when she was a teenager, and she vowed that she was never going to come back, and we all know how that turns out. And she went to the big city, and she got her degree in journalism, and she comes back to the island to take care of her, her aging uncle. And there are two newspapers that are on the island, and they are rivals for each other. And they have vowed that they will never work with a writer who has worked for either or paper. So when one of the newspapers won't pay her enough to live on, she creates a false identity and starts writing for the other paper as well. So that whole journalism spin on it, along with the fact that there is a romance that's involved in this one sounds like so much fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and pre-order this one because I think it would be a really entertaining read. And I'm always, you know, game for trying out a new author. So anyway, guys, that is my list. Please let me know in the comments below if there's any other books that are coming out in December that you're excited about, or do any of these appeal to you. Please do let me know, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Until then, take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.